Hey guys, so today we're going to be talking about section 7.8 using long division to factor. Yesterday we learned about long division, so now we're going to use that idea to factor a polynomial. So we'll start with example 1. Factor completely if x plus 3 is a factor of 2x cubed plus 3x squared minus 11x minus 6. So we're going to start by using long division. So x plus 3 goes into 2x cubed plus 3x squared minus 11x minus 6. And now we divide like we normally do, so what times x will give us 2x cubed? So 2x squared. So then we have 2x cubed, and then plus 6x squared. I'm going to subtract this whole thing. So our 2x cubes cancel out, and then 3x squared minus 6x squared is negative 3x squared. So what times x will give us negative 3x squared? Negative 3x. Negative 3x times positive 3 will be, oh, I forgot to bring down my 11x. Sorry, so bring down your negative 11x. And then negative 3x times 3 is negative 9x. We're going to subtract those. 3x squareds cancel. Negative 11x minus negative 9x will give us negative 2x. Bring down that negative 6. So what times x will give us negative 2x? Negative 2. And then negative 2 times 3 is negative 6. So then when we subtract these, everything cancels, and we're left with a remainder of 0. So that means that x plus 3 is a factor, which we were told, and x plus 3 is a factor with the 2x squared minus 3x minus 2. So I just got this from here. Okay, but remember, we need to factor completely. So what we need to do now is ask ourselves, can we factor anymore? So x plus 3 can't be factored anymore, so we'll leave that as x plus 3. And then, can this be factored anymore? 2x squared minus 3x minus 2. And it can. If you want to do scrap work off on the side, you can. But I'm also okay with you showing, like if you factor by grouping, to do it in the middle of your problem. So remember, we can do a times c, which is negative 4. So what multiplies to negative 4 adds to negative 3. Negative 4 and 1. And then factor by grouping. So you can factor out a 2x. Now we don't have anything to factor out, so we can say that we factored out a 1. So then my final factors will be x plus 3, 2x plus 1, and x minus 2. For these factor completely problems, a lot of students will get this answer, and then they forget to factor the 2x squared minus 3x minus 2. So you always need to ask yourself, can I factor it anymore? Okay, so let's move on to another example. Factor completely if 4 is a root of 3x cubed plus 5x squared minus 58x minus 40. Now the thing to be careful about here is we're given that 4 is a root. So remember, that means we would end with x equals 4. So we want to know the factor in order to use long division. So that will be x minus 4. So then this is what we're going to use for our long division. So to set it up, we'll have x minus 4 goes into 3x cubed plus 5x squared minus 58x minus 40. So why don't you pause the video and with your groups discuss and factor this completely. Okay, so hopefully you're finished with your groups. When you factor, you use long division to help you factor, you should end up with 3x squared plus 17x plus 10. Here's all the work that should be shown, and yes, you do need to show all of this work. Once you get that this and your x minus 4 are your two factors, you need to go down and then see if you can factor the 3x squared plus 17x plus 10 more. But you can if you use factor by grouping. Your final answer is x minus 4 times 3x plus 2 times x plus 5. Let's move on to one more example 3. So factor completely if x plus 1 is a factor of 3x to the 4th plus 4x cubed minus 11x squared minus 16x minus 4. I would recommend pausing the video, and if you guys want to try to do this on your own or with your groups, go for it, and then I'll go over it as well. So what we want to do is same thing we've been doing. We've got x plus 1 goes into 3x to the 4th plus 4x cubed minus 11x squared minus 16x minus 4. So what times x will give us 3x to the 4th, and that will be 3x cubed. 3x cubed times 1 is 3x cubed. And now we're going to subtract. So these cancel. 4x cubed minus 3x cubed is just going to be x cubed. Bring down the negative 11x squared. What multiplies to x to give us x cubed? That will be positive x squared. So now we have x cubed plus x squared. Subtract. Our x cubes cancel. 11x squared minus x squared will be negative 12x squared. Now we bring down our negative 16x, and we'll multiply x by negative 12x to give us negative 12x squared. Negative 12x times 1 is just negative 12x. Subtract again. These cancel. Negative 16 minus negative 12 will give us negative 4x. And then we bring down our negative 4. So to get negative 4x, we'll multiply by negative 4. That gives us negative 4x, and negative 4 times 1 is negative 4. So everything here, when we subtract, will cancel out. We'll have a remainder of 0. So now we need to bring down our factors. So we had x plus 1, and then our 3x cubed plus x squared minus 12x minus 4. And we can factor by grouping. So I'm going to factor out an x squared. And I'm left with 3x plus 1. Here I'm going to factor out a negative 4. And I'm left with 3x plus 1. So my factors are x squared minus 4 and 3x plus 1. Now this problem is a little bit tricky because we can factor this out even more because we have a difference of squares. So our final answer is x plus 1 times x plus 2 times x minus 2 times 3x plus 1. And that is it factored completely.